Ever since I was 10 years old, I've always wanted to be a pilot. And after 40 years of being in the aviation business, I've changed my mind. Actually, that's not quite true. I've enjoyed the adventure. It's me. I started in the Air Force loading aircraft, so I started my desire for flying back then in the late 60s. And then when I got out of the Air Force with the GI Bill, I picked up my ratings that were required to fly aircraft. Commercial, multi-engine, instrument rating. And I eventually got my ATP, Land Transport Pilot Certificate. I got my big break when I got out with a small regional air carrier out of the Northeast. And I started as a ticket agent, actually. As a ticket agent, I was a baggage handler, I fueled the airplanes, and eventually, after a year and a half with this regional carrier, they saw some interest in me, and they knew I had my certificates. They hired me as a pilot. I started with this air carrier with 231 hours of log time. So that was 10 years back in the 70s. I also met my lovely wife during the 70s, in the early 70s, and she stuck with me for 38 years. Still with me. Anyways, we've been through a lot with changes. I've been with 14 air carriers. After the demise of this one carrier in the 70s, in the 80s I started flying jet aircraft. So that was my big break, flying jet aircraft. I've flown a number of aircraft, approximately 20 aircraft, DC-9, 737s, 727s, DC-8s, in the wide body category, the DC-10, stretch DC-8s. My favorite of all the airplanes was the Lockheed 1011. I've been through a number of parts of the world internationally. As you can see by the map, my little hobby was stick pins all over the world. There's only a few continents that I haven't been in, and that's the North and South Poles and also Greenland. The rest of them I've had to stop at. It was a big challenge when I was out Saudi Arabia. It was actually quite interesting. I was an instructor at Saudi Arabian Airlines for 5 years, and I enjoyed that immensely. And then I had a break. Another opportunity came along in 2000, and that was with one of the manufacturers of corporate jets. So after 30 years of flying airliners, I had the opportunity to fly a corporate jet, and I was a demonstration captain for this particular airplane. And actually I'm still flying this airplane as we speak today. I have my own business, and I'm flying as a contract pilot. I've been doing that for 8 years now, and promote my business to about 8 clients as we speak, and I've enjoyed that very well. So in my later years, I'm looking for a retirement. It's not the cards right now. I'm quite interested in the speech course to polish up my speech and presentation, and I'm looking forward to finishing my bachelor's degree with Embry-Riddle.